All right, now question 5. It's a question on trigonometry. 5.1 basiphe a diagram. Let's pendule a few questions based on your diagram. Just to solve a ratio, trigonometric ratios using a diagram. 5.2, it's an expression. Let's simplify without the use of a calculator. And then siba identity ku 5.3, 5.4. The last question siba nani ne general solution. Okay, 5.4 interesting. Okay, sizobona there's this idea enginayo, or like an error engiyibonayo someone angayenza. So okay, now for question 5, but discuss ku question 4. Question 5.4. For now, let us go into 5.1. But before ngicala, in the description box, uzothola ama-links for other videos engiwarecordile for this November 2019 question paper. So question 5.1. In the diagram below, P is a point in the second quadrant such that OP is equal to 25 units, N is a point on the positive x-axis, and PON is equal to theta. So okay, le diagram yazichaza. Now P is a point in the second quad, and then sibano OP, which is the same value as R, or let me say what's this one? R, right? R is the same as bani OP. R is equal to bani OP, and then basnika le angle ka bani ka theta, angle PON. Right, without calculating the size of theta, determine the value of the following. K, sifuna K, 5.1.1 sifuna the value of K. The value of K iyafana nobani. The value for K, it's the same as bani X. In other words, it's funa ubani u-X, I'm given u-Y, I'm given ubani u-R, ngifuna ubani u-X. So using the theorem of Pythagoras, X squared plus Y squared is equal to R squared. The hypotenuse is equal to the base squared plus the height squared, right? Pythagoras, theorem of Pythagoras. And then we substitute to X weight to its K, Y weight it's 24, and then R 25. So we substitute square. So 24 squared is 576, and then 25 squared it's 625. Yes, 625. And then siyenzani ke? So solve for K. Now in things oyenza, you transpose the 576 to the right hand side, and then ngibana something like this, and then 625 minus 576, it's equal to 49. So K squared is equal to bani 49, and then ngithatha the square root on both sides, but ungakhohlwa the plus or a minus lana. There's a plus or a minus. So therefore K is equal to plus minus bani 7. The square root of 49 is 7, but it's a plus or a minus. But the value for K was over equal to negative 7, since we are in the second quadrant, and the lana in the second quadrant X unjani negative. So thus the value for K is going to be negative bani 7, right? For how many marks? 2 marks. Okay, lana ngi-stretch a bit longer nyana. Since I'm explaining, I'm not writing iloganje. I'm not writing for ilogai exam. I'm explaining la. So for when I'm mhlambe now you calculator, you might skip maybe 3 or 4 steps la. But the aim is to find ubani value ka K, whether we tolling ngendlela end or a shorter way. The most important thing ubani K umtholi, right? But ungavele ubhale uthi K equal to minus 7. Kanjalo uzoluza a mark, right? It's 2 marks, maybe for substitution 1 mark, and then K for answer yakho it's another mark. So our k is equal to negative bani 7. 5.1.2 calculate ubani tan theta. So tan theta is equal to opposite over adjacent, or okay, with trigonometry using a sketch on the sketch, the opposite side it's y, and then the adjacent side ubani x. So it's going to be y over x, and then we substitute y wami 24, and then the x value bani negative 7. Ngitheni the k value is the same as x. Now siya ku 5.1.3. 5.1.3. Now lana bazama ukusibhayizisa nyana, but sisibatholile, sobathola bathini theta plus alpha is equal to 360 degrees. Now lana ke bheka usine alpha angeke ngikhona ukumcalculate since isketch sami is in angle yakhona is in terms of bani theta, right? The angle is theta but not bani alpha. So in other words, ichaza ukuthi lo alpha lo komele ngimi express in terms of theta. So alpha is equal to transpose lolo kanje, transpose ubani theta uyofika ngale awu negative bani theta. So alpha is equal to 360 degrees minus bani theta. This is a sibizani konje 360 minus theta simbizani konje, sibiza ngani reduction formula. This is a reduction formula, so we need to simplify this. Let's go back to 5.1.3. it's alpha angisho. So this is equal to sine alpha is the same as saying sine 360 degrees minus bani theta, right? Ngithene ecaleni angeke ngikhona ukuyicalculate, angeke ngikhona ukucalculate usine alpha since my sketch is measured in terms of bani theta, right? So I need to express the alpha in terms of what? In terms of theta, which is what I did la. Ngisolve this equation bebathi basibhayizisa ngayo, ngathini ngatranspose the theta ngasala nobani no alpha, ngi-express alpha in terms of bani theta. Voila, now sekune reduction formula. Le reduction formula kwamele ngiyisolve kuqala. Sine 360 minus degree sine 360 degrees minus alpha sithola on which quadrant? On the fourth quadrant. Athi ngibhale la, sithola kuphi on the fourth quadrant? All S T C, right? So on the fourth quadrant, the coffee is positive. Haha, yabona la ngidrebule kakhulu ke. The coffee is positive. Haha. Anyway, cos positive ku fourth quadrant, usine unjani? Negative, right? So the answer for this reduction formula is going to be negative bani sine theta, right? 360 degrees minus theta, 360 minus bani theta sithola kuphi? Quadrant number 4, right? Nangabe ngifuna ukusolve for this 360 degrees minus theta sithola ku fourth quadrant, and ku fourth quadrant usine unjani? Negative. Cos unjani? The coffee is positive. Coffee or cos unjani? Positive. Angisho bathi esikolweni all students take coffee, right? All students take coffee. That's why ngithi coffee is positive. And then last year simplify about minus sine theta. Sine theta, okay, back sine theta, so mthola ngani ngolo x. Sine theta is what? It's opposite over hypotenuse. It's opposite over hypotenuse. So it's x over, no, not x, but y over bani over r, so this is equal to minus the negative sign uyayikera ungayilahli, and then y value ubani 24 divided by r, which is 25. This is our answer. Now siya ku 5.1.4, but I don't think ngizobana enough space there. How about in erase so that we can answer this one? Alright, 5.1.4, it's cos squared. Siyabona ukuthi okay, it's cos bani squared theta minus sine squared alpha. Hey, kumele sibe careful, yabona, it's alpha. The alpha uyabuya futhi, it's what? It's sine alpha, and the sine alpha simcalculate on the previous question, 5.1.3. Then we substitute, open bracket, since ngizovula bracket ngoba there's a squared manje. Cos theta is x adjacent over hypotenuse squared minus lana it's what? It's y over r squared equal to, asiya ke manje, asiya, but lana it's negative, right? It's negative. Ukhumbule on the previous question sithole a negative answer. Open bracket to x ubani, x simcalculatile sithe negative 7, so lana it's negative 7 over r, which is 25 squared, minus, open bracket, yoba negative 24 over 25. On the previous question sine alpha simcalculated, right? And then lana is equal to, let us see, negative 7 over 25 squared, plus minus negative 24 divided by 25 squared. Answer is negative 527, negative 527 divided by 625. Okay, capture kahle. Now 5.1 uphelela lana, the sketch, questions on our sketch aphelela lana ku 5.1.4. 5.2, simplify without using a calculator. Now this question has nothing to do with the sketch list, right? Now lana it's a different question. Now lana ke manje, ne? Lana we have to simplify without using a calculator. Sizosebenzisa ama reduction formulas, right? Yeah, uzosebenza wona ama reduction formulas. Uzosebenza ama reduction formulas. Why ngisho njalo? We need to reduce this angle 135 to a special angle. 210 siyamreduce naye. The 420 siyamreduce naye. This one 60 degrees. By the way, I'm a special angles now. It's 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 45 degrees. We want to reduce lama loganshi, lama angles, lama obtuse angles to ama special angles 30, 60 or 45 degrees. Lo 210 yom reducer, the 135 yom reducer, the 420 yom reducer. This one there's no need with reduce since already sekuyini is special angle, but there's a problem with the negative sign. Kumele si simplify. This is a negative angle. Okay, nothing cool, but now let us simplify. Let us simplify this one again. All right, now 5.2 bheka ke manje, we are going to use ama reduction formulas, right? And then bheka 210 simthola on which quadrant? Let me do this. Simthola on which quadrant? 210 simthola la ku third quadrant. Angisho it's 0 degrees, 90 degrees, 180, 270, then 360 degrees, right? First quadrant sithola ama-angles between 0 and 90. Second quadrant sithola ama-angles between 90 and 180, and then third quadrant sithola abu 210 because of between 180 and 270 degrees. So this one sithola on which quadrant? Third quadrant, and with third quadrant it's a reduction formula of 180 degrees plus, right? So it's 180 degrees plus bani 30 degrees inginikeza ubani u210, right? And then tan 135 simthola on the second quadrant, and the second quadrant 180 degrees minus, so it's going to be tan 180 degrees minus bani 45 degrees. Since 180 degrees minus 45 unigeza ubani 135 degrees, right? Ngitheni ngifuna ukureduce to what? To ama-special angles, right? Lo 45 degrees ngimthola njani? Ngimthola ngokuthi ngithi 135 minus 180 ngim-minus angu-180 since this is a second quad. Ngithi 180 degrees minus 210 nginikeza this one, but ngiyo-adda this time, angi-subtract, yabona? And then everything divided by, okay, this one there's no need to apply a reduction formula since it's a negative angle, and the angle is what? It's a special angle. A negative angle sithola on the fourth quadrant. This is a negative angle. A negative angle is always measured clockwise, right, on the Cartesian plane, but the negative angle sithola kuphi? Fourth quadrant, and fourth quadrant sithola ukuthi cast rule, and fourth quadrant cos unjani? Positive, everything else is negative. So now solve negative angle, uvele uthi you make the angle a negative ibe positive, then you decide on the sign of the trigonometric ratio. So it's negative 60 degrees, ngiyoyenza le angle ibe positive. Since sine ku-fourth quadrant unjani? Negative, it means answer yami kuyoba negative sine 60 degrees, right? Negative sine 60 degrees, and then lana it's 420. 420 simthola kuphi? Ku-first quadrant. 0, 90, 180, 270, 360. Boom, ngila ku-first bani quadrant, and u-360 nangimi-adda no 60 degrees, which is a special angle, ngithola ubani? U-420 degrees. Boom, sekunama-reduction formulas okwamele ngenzeni? Ngiwasolve. Equal to cos 180 degrees plus simthola kuphi? La ku-third quadrant, and ku-third quadrant cos negative, so it's negative 30 degrees times tan 180, it's negative tan 45. 180 degrees minus 45 simthola kuphi? Ku-second quad, and ku-second quad utan unjani? Negative, and then lana it's negative sine 60 degrees times 360 degrees plus imthola kuphi? Ku-first quadrant, and the first quadrant zonke zi-positive, so it's positive cos 60 degrees equal to, then nasofika la it's either ungasebenzisa i-calculator yakho nangabe wakhohliwe amalu kanje, ama-triangles wakho for ama-special angles, which is something engizoyenza la. Negative cos 30 degrees, answer is negative square root 3, negative square root 3 over bani 2 times negative tan 45 degrees equal to negative 1. So it's times negative 1 divided by negative sine 60 degrees. This is equal to negative square root 3 over 2 times cos 60 degrees. It's 1 over 2. So this is our answer for lama ratio lawa. This one is cancelana na this one. This one I divide another this one is total 1. Negative 1 divided by 1 over 2 sitola negative 2. Retain negative 1 divided by a 1 over 2 is equal to negative 2. So this is our answer for 5.2, simplifying without using a calculator. But thina siyisebenzisile i-calculator la. Yazi basuke bathini? Nabathi without using a calculator, abathi uthathe i-calculator yakho punch in everything njengoba uyibona la, and then uvele uthi equal to negative 2 sengiqedile ke mina. No, you need to show lama steps la, yabona. But nasofika la, then you can use your calculator if ever wakhohliwa ama triangles wakho for ama special angles. 5.3, prove the identity. So let us erase lana so we can simplify this one. Alright, now 5.3, prove the identity. 1 over tan squared x minus cos squared x equal to cos exponent 4x over sine squared x. So it's obvious like we need to simplify the left hand side. Since on the right hand side there's nothing much we can do lana. Lana we have a fraction on the left hand side, and then cos squared is being subtracted from that fraction. So tata the left hand side and simplify so that we prove it is also equal to the right hand side. So the left hand side is equal to, and by the way, grade 11 we have two yama identities. Sine squared x plus cos squared x is equal to 1, and then we are no tan x, which is equal to sine x over cos x. These are the two identities as well. 7 side got grade 11, and then got grade 12 sinama double angles, sisibuye sibe nama compound angles, but even these ones sisawasebenzisa nakhona. So lana utan x, whenever ubona utan, just know that kwamele simplify again, right? You need to simplify wonke ama identities wakho nangabe uprova ini i-identity. So that's why we need to take the left hand side, since we also have a identity and this fraction being subtracted by this one. So the left hand side is equal to that, and then into yokuqala soyenza sizo simplify ini our identity katan. So it's going to be 1 over sine squared x over cos squared bani x. If the tan was maybe say cubed, nalana we're going to sine cubed x over cos cubed x. If it was 4, then you answer the same thing. It doesn't mean ukuthi lo tan simplify nangabe raised to exponent 1 kuphela, right? Nangabe cubed, squared, or whatever, you need to simplify nakhona. Then siyazi ukuthi nangabe divide if you have a fraction on the denominator, kwamele wenzeni? Kwamele wenzani man? So the 1 multiplied by the flipped fraction of the denominator, right? Then so thola ubani cos squared x over sine squared x. So izochinja ibe this way, right? It's 1 over 1 times cos squared x over sine squared bani x. Into yenzekile ile. Cos times this, cos times sine times this is tole this thing. If it was 2, bekuyoba u2 la phezulu, then wenza the same thing. And then bheka ke manje, it's either usebenzisa the butterfly method for simplifying what's this fraction and this term, or uthola LCM then multiply la, multiply nangapha then divide ngayo le LCM yakho. Mina ngizosebenzisa the butterfly method, meaning I need two yama fractions. I need to make this cos squared x a fraction as well. So ngizothi 1 times this, uthola cos squared x, ngithi sine x times cos squared x, yoba no cos squared x times sine squared x divided by 1 times sine squared x, yoba no sine squared bani x. So this is equal to, and then we have numerator I also have what's this, a common factor. Let's take it out. Yosala no 1 minus sine squared x divided by sine squared x. Nangabe ufila lost, now let's say mhlambu solve a identity and then ufila lost somewhere, always come look to the right hand side, ubone ukuthi uzikhombuze ukuthi konje i-final answer yami komele ibe njani, right? So yabo ukuthi ku-numerator komele ngibe nobani, no cos to exponent 4x, right? Mina already senginobani, sengino cos squared x, so it means I also need another cos squared x, right? So this 1 minus sine squared x yini, it's also an identity, or let me say the one low, this one is an identity. I think it's so bracket 1 is an identity. 1 is equal to sine squared x plus cos squared x minus lana minus sine squared. Lo sine squared minus sine squared, ilo minus lona sine squared x, it's this. And then 1 is the same as sine squared x plus cos squared x divided by sine squared x equal to cos squared x in bracket lo sine ukhanselana na lo sine, ngisala nobani, no cos squared x divided by sine squared x equal to cos squared x times cos squared x, it's cos exponent 4x divided by, it's squared la sine squared bani x, which is the same as the right hand side, So now lento lena besilwa nayo ke answer yethu sitholile, the left is the same as the right hand side. Voila 5.4 sizo erase manje la ku 5.4, the last question, but is determine the general solution of this equation. Right, let me erase. All right, question 4, general solution. So 5.4, we are given this equation. If ukhumbula kahle ekuqaleni before ngizoqala ukuphendula lama questions la ku question 5, I did say to question 4 interesting because of there's a mistake abantu abaningi abangayenza la, right? Nayi mistake yakhona ke la, umuntu avele athi okay ngapha kuno cos nangale kuno cos, ilula lento man, ilula, ngiyenza so divide both sides by cos bese ngithola u1 la, bese ke ngisala no 2 no square root 2 sine x equal to bani 1. Uzoboshwa sikho, uzoboshwa. Well, I ukuthi wrong ne, this way of solving is right, but uzoluza a solution a1, right? Instead ukuthi uthole le 6 marks le, uzothola mhlambe 4 or even 3. It's possible, uyabona? It's possible. Uzo-understand why ngithi uzoluza one solution. This is one of the solutions for the general solution yethu le, right? So when I now divide both sides by the cos, uluza one solution. So ungakuyenzi lokhu, nangabe uyavilapha ungakuyenza, but no, ungakuyenzi. It's very dangerous. Uzoboshwa man, uzoboshwa. It's not right. It's not right ukuthatha ama-shortcut empilweni. But anyway, now into ozoyenza manje la uzotranspose the cos. Everything trigonometric ratio imuvela to one side. Naku ke ngitranspose the cos x, ngisala nobani? Ngisala no 0 la. Lana ngisala no 0. And then ngikhipha u-cos x as a common factor. Uyayibona ke nayi. Now divide ngo-cos x on both sides, kusala this, right? But when by dividing by cos x uluza this solution ka cos x equal to 0, uluza this solution. Wena uzosala na yipi solution? Na this one. So instead ukuthi uthole le mark la nale mark la, uyabona, uyaluza ke kanjalo. So therefore sine x is equal to 1 over square root 2. Now my solutions wethu ke. Now sifuna the general solution. The general solution, I'm starting at this one. Since it's cos x equal to bani 0. 0 angeke khona ukuthola reference angle using ubani u0. So you need to recall ilo kanje i-graph kalo kanje ka cos x, then uyazibuza ukuthi okay ikuphi la i-graph ka cos x khona equal to 0. It's whenever u-x awubani awu 90 degrees. Cos 90 degrees ngithola ubani? Ngithola u0. So my first general solution for cos x equal to 0 uzoba u90 degrees plus 360 degrees, which is the the period where k is the element of integers. Or yikuphi futhi la ulokanje u-cos x graph are equal to bani? Are equal to 0. Sithola u0 whenever u-x are equal to 270 plus 360 degrees times k, where k is the element of integers. Then lana I can find iluga reference angle yam. The reference angle is what? Is equal to let's calculate. So lana it's 1 square root 2. This is equal to shift sine is what? It's 45 degrees, right? It's 45 degrees, and the bheka injani positive, so it's going to be 45 degrees lana. So the first one sithola kuphi? Ku first quadrant. Usine positive kuphi? Ku first quadrant. Nakuphi? Naku second quadrant. So ku first quadrant the general solution yethu yoba ubani? X equal to 45 degree plus 360 degrees times k, where k is element of integers, right? Or angeke ngisaba nespace lapha. So or x is equal to bani? Sikuphi ke? Ikuphi la usine khona positive khona futhi? It's the second quadrant. So it's going to be 180 degrees minus bani? 45 degrees. X is equal to 135 degrees plus k 360, where k is element of integers, right? Where k is element of integers, right? So our general solutions way to ayingaki. Let's count as over 1, 2, 3, and 4. We want to so lose a 2 if ever we're dividing or cos x awunayo leya uyoba na 2 yama general solution. So kanjalo buzoluza ama marks. 5.4 uphelela lana, our question 5 uphelela lana as well. Thanks for tuning in. Nanga we enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, do not cry. Ungakhohlwa ukushare nabangani bakho. Ungakhohlwa ukucomment in the comment section nanga une question. Must discuss khona lapho. Now when new to this channel, please consider subscribing, guys. Now we told some value out of the videos in this channel. But for now, I'll spawn on the next video. Bye bye.